Hello there, good morning. It's 6 o'clock. We're with you all the way through until 9 with Richard Madeley and Susanna here from 6:30. First, our top. Thousands of lives could have been saved if the government had locked down earlier at the start of the COVID pandemic, according to a highly critical report by MPs. The first major investigation into the COVID crisis also said tragic losses in care homes could have been prevented, but instead, the elderly were an afterthought. Isn't it? It's been described as one of the worst public health failures ever, and it's going to be extremely upsetting to those families who lost loved ones. Prime Minister Boris Johnson is preparing to sign off a bailout worth hundreds of millions of pounds for major industries threatened with ruin by the energy crisis. It's reported that support would most likely come in the form of loans rather than handouts or a price cap. Is affected, it could save thousands of jobs. Well, the Prime Minister, as the Home Office prepares to release the latest figures on hate crime across England and Wales, our own Good Morning Britain survey revealed almost a quarter of people know a victim of hate crime. But twice as many from black and ethnic minority communities know victims compared to white people. Gargi Patel has this report. The Queen, accompanied by the Princess Royal, will attend a service of thanksgiving to mark the centenary of the Royal British Legion at Westminster Abbey later today. The Royal British Legion has been supporting servicemen and women and their families since 1921. Former service personnel, isn't it? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will not christen their daughter in the UK and are likely to opt for a ceremony in California, according to royal sources. Some sports news now. Wales kept their hopes of a first all the action from 7:15 tonight on ITV. Now, Benedict Cumberbatch and Kristen Dunst hit the red carpet last night at the London Film Festival premiere of their Western drama, The Power of the Dog. Now, 6:14, let's find out what's happening with the weather. Laura's at a vineyard. Good morning, Britain's here all the way through till 9. Richard Madeley and Susanna will be here from 6:30. Now, but first, let's get the news, travel and weather where you are. See you in a moment. Hello there, let's take a look at the front page of the newspapers now. Now, hate crime has been soaring in recent years, and our own Good Morning Britain poll shows a quarter of people know someone who's been the victim of such abuse. One recent incident provoked a huge response when a doorman was racially abused and spat at by a woman who was refused entry to a pub. Tristan Price says he was so shocked by the attack he felt ashamed and completely helpless. Who would call it out? Look at the figures. We're waiting for the figures to come out later on from the Home Office to find out the latest statistics survey that just shows the extent of what's happening. You know, surprised by that fact that in this day and age, actually, it's... Now, the Queen will be at a service of thanksgiving today to mark 100 years of the Royal British Legion. She'll be joined by veterans and members of the armed forces. And joining me now is Alex Owen. Richard and Susanna with you in just a moment. First, here's Laura with details of the weather. Good morning. Thousands of lives could have been saved if the government had locked down earlier at the start of the COVID pandemic.